Oh, sorry about that. Hey, heroes, Zephyr here, and welcome back to Sky Factory. When last we left off, I believe we made a farm. It's difficult for me to remember. I spent quite a bit of time just kind of doing small things and trying to take the advice of a few people, or tips, because I really want pyrotheum. Like, very, very much want pyrotheum, so that I can upgrade my jetpack and get that kind of out of the way and done. Unfortunately, it's not really something that's doable right now because, yeah, we just lack the resources for it. You can't. The suggestion was that I use a blazing pyrotheum cow, so I actually had moved all of these guys out with safari nets and allowed a couple more fluid cows to spawn in. And, whoa, sorry, we're getting a little bit of lag because I've got a lot of machines going at once here. And yeah, we got a couple of cool ones. We got Signalum before. We now have an Enderium cow, which is kind of the topic of the new episode. I got Bedrockium. I got a couple of things. And while I was waiting for that, I decided to put this tree bit back in and just kind of deal with the pipes. We've got another sludge boiler in here, which is kind of doing its job. And yes, I'm now using factory blocks with the yellow-black hazard to know, hey, don't go that way. That is bad. Same with the other farm area now has it as well. And you'll notice I've used the Enderium we got from the Enderium cow to upgrade all of these. And what I've learned from these new cells, the maximum cells, is they do not... they don't... Yeah, this generator is useless to me now, effectively. I've managed to get a couple of these charged, but these take forever to charge just with the sheer amount of energy that they hold. So even my lava generator that was working isn't doing too hot anymore, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that we've kind of hit the limit of power for now. I need to find some sort of new energy source that's better or to upgrade things. And upgrading is going to be the name of the game today. So there's actually nothing on this side of the island that needs upgrading, but we are going to go around and upgrade everything to resonant level that we can. So first things first is this pulverizer, which we only made for this one reason. Whoop. And we don't really need this extra gravel from it, so let's actually set it to sieve. So it's a perfect excuse. So I took the time to get everything ready so we can just do this. So it's for the first level, like so. So that gets it to reinforced level, and this will get it to resonant level. So yes. Now it does a lot more stuff, apparently. Or can do a lot more stuff. It can get better upgrades. Let's plop it on there. It holds more RF as well. Does it go faster? Configuration is still the same. It's got more augment slots. So that is awesome. And it can take higher level up augments if we want them for the future. So that's going to work on making more gravel. And unfortunately, I don't have the energy to replace things in it right now. So next, let's pop over here. And whoop, let's go start with the energetic infuser, fluid transposer, magma crucible, and this smelter that I still have yet to use that smelter. I've been using everything in my power to not use this smelter for some reason. So let's place 4 down. 4, 4, 4, 4. Fluid transposer, magma crucible, induction smelter, and I probably wasted some destabilized redstone, but it's not a huge issue. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Dude, so basically our machines are at maximum level. And that is good, because that means we can upgrade them with things later and not have to worry about running out or not having the right stuff. So there we go. Let's put you on. This is the induction smelter, which is on this side. And those are going to need to charge. This is the magma crucible, so on the bottom. And the fluid transposer. Excellent. So it's just more augment slots. Not bad, not bad. So that's those. And again, I lost some destabilized redstone, but you live, or you learn to live. I'm going to toss this thing of cobblestone off. So the next machine that we have to get our hands on is down... Whoa. Little lag spike. Down here. It's this fluid transposer. So, let's punch our way in. Should currently be full of biofuel, but I don't care. We got it? Okay. So let's upgrade it. And cow-powered generator didn't work here, but I got a little bit of a surprise for the other half of this episode. Once we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more upgrade. Excellent. Cool. So let's put this fluid transposer back in. And whoop. Boop. Back in you go. Put that biofuel back in so that the cycle can start anew. And now, from what I understand, these also use a little bit less energy per function, so this may actually become a little bit more productive from doing that. But time for the fun part, the other section, because I got another useful cow. I actually did end up getting that blazing pyrotheum cow that I wanted. The problem is that you can't convert blazing pyrotheum into pyrotheum dust. However, it is an excellent fuel source. So we have blazing pyrotheum cow down here, and I had to be a little bit more careful with this particular bit. I'm going to take that. Whoop. And upgrade. Because unlike biofuel, the pyrotheum would kill the cow. Like, no hesitation, no respawn, nothing. That would be a dead cow. So I had to be very careful with how I set all of this stuff up for pyrotheum cows. So I'm going to give a quick look at it. Whoa. Yeah, and kind of a quick rundown. So we got to swap out the fluid transposer in it anyway, so it's a perfect example to start. It is the same kind of layout as our other cow-powered generator. The difference being is, well, blazing pyrotheum is such a good fuel source that it can run up to 6 magma crucible generators. I also don't need the water from the biofuel one. So that is one aspect of it. And I think I'm going to need a little bit more of this because there's one more machine I got to do after this. Or 2 more I have to do after this. Whoop. And pop her in there. So the add-ons to this system come ready. I put a tank for buffer just because I felt I needed it. And these 2 generators on the end do run out of pyrotheum every now and again. I may upgrade them in the future. But the major add-on is, you'll notice this redstone line. That bit there, which I'll need to check to make sure is still working, because we did some edits. Yeah. If the fluid transposer has more than 90% of its pyrotheum intake, which means that it would have enough for about 2 more buckets, then it sends a redstone signal to that, which is a sequencer, which just does a quick rapid-fire 1-2 on-off signal to the back of that clock, which goes every 200 ticks. But if it gets a redstone signal, the clock doesn't go. So, basically, if this is too full of pyrotheum to accept another 2 buckets, just to have a little bit of a leeway just in case, then this will go off. Additionally, the activator has 3 buckets in it and is only activating from the first slot rather than round robin style. And this allows that when the first bucket is used, so he would have been milked recently, as you can tell. When the first bucket is used, the pyrotheum goes into the second bucket, which I think, yeah. Pyrotheum goes into the second bucket, or to the second slot, and then is pulled out. And when it's pulled out, or when it's out of that first slot, the pyrotheum bucket can't be used. So that's kind of the safety for this system. I also put better pipes on it, even though it doesn't need it. I had the extra enderium lying around and felt like trying, because I was doing a lot of experimenting with this to make sure that the cow wouldn't die. But with how it is set up, he is perfectly safe, and we have a significantly, I think this is actually almost as good, if not better, than our other generator. I mean, I think if I added the additional generators on here and got 1 more pyrotheum cow, it would be a significantly better generator than my other one over there. Even though that one's infinite and I don't need to worry about stuff, this one with its security systems is technically a better generator. Alright, that being said, I have to quickly pop over Grab 4 pieces of Indirium Signalum and some Hardened Glass, because we have to upgrade the other machines on Island 2. And there's not very many, because, again, I didn't intend to use a lot of machines in the design. I want it to be more magic and mana. And yeah, you can notice the frame rate drop when I actually come back here. I'm just going to grab Signalum, 4, Indirium, 4. Do I have iron in here? 2 iron. Excellent, so we're just going to make them manually. I actually had made the other ones with our forge to save the materials, but alas, can't win them all. But I need a little bit of silver. And I've actually converted this to be able to do hardened glass rather effectively. If you fill the obsidian in first and then just put in 3 lead ingots, this will work perfectly fine for making hardened glass. And I also did another minor change around here where I connected 5 magma crucibles to the back. So these are now pumping out obsidian automatically, because, yeah, it was kind of the one useless part of our downstairs, and we'd never really used it. We did it to accomplish a goal, and then just kind of forgot about it, unfortunately. Anyway, though, we're going to forget about this island. Num 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 num. And go to our other one, because there's something I want to make today, and it's because of our music room, surprisingly enough. The slime problem in my music room was kind of like a novelty, but it's getting kind of annoying, and I've realized that they are a very good source of mana if I use them correctly. So first things first, let's go here. I need to grab the... what are you? Fluid Transposer? Yep. And the Aqueous Accumulator. Excellent. Alright, so let's pop over here. Do the Aqueous Accumulator first. Doot. And I need the... Cool. Still doesn't use power, but it means we can do extra stuff with it. And Fluid Transposer seems to be my favorite machine. Fluid Transposer, Aqueous Accumulator. So that will pull water a little bit faster, from what I understand, amongst other things. It seems to be pulling okay. And is it... configuration is on the back. Did it connect? It's hard to see the pipes down here, but that is connected. Okay, so that went down the correct direction. And you go down there, and you are in the correct direction. Yep, you are receiving water. And you should be transferring out of this once I start, or if I start using it. And I've been waiting for the Ender power cell to charge. You should be done. Almost. So very close. Alright, I've moved this cobbled bit here. We're probably going to need a cobblestone generator around here soon, but we don't need it right specifically now. Doot. Energy cell, and I'll just put you on the line there to charge, because I might as well have one charging in every location. And we'll put that there. So that will be powered basically indefinitely. I don't think I'll have to change that before I stop using this. Alright, so today we are going to be making a very specific plant using our rune altar. And that is... Doot. Generating flora. We want Narslimus, because they kill slimes from slime chunks and turn them into mana. But we need a rune of water and a rune of summer. So we need to make those runes, and those are going to be basics and mechanics, runic altar. Alright, so for our rune of water, we need powder, steel ingot, or a mana steel ingot, sugarcane, bone meal, and a fishing rod. So we have the majority of those already, so let's toss them in. Whoop, we have one of those. I have a mana steel ingot. And, whoop. Come on. Oh wait, shit, this has to be on the runic altar. Adoi. Alright. So let's toss you on there, toss you on there. Whoop. Alright, and I need to go grab some sugarcane. I have bone meal. I did not bring sugarcane with me, and we need to make a fishing rod back at the first base. So, whoop. Bump. See you, Pyrotheum cow. Whee! Alright, so the fishing rod should be easy enough to make. We have plenty of stuff for it, after all, with our farm. Also, I've got 2 wither skeleton skulls from our legendary bags, so if we can get a third one, we can summon a wither, or overgrowth seeds. Those are good. Doot. And I don't know what the use for these dead bushes are. Nature seeds? Shrub of webs? I don't know. But I think I'm going to start keeping them. A pasture seed? Mana infusion, we can bring them back to life. I don't know. Well, I'm going to keep them this time. I normally throw them away. Angry zombie head. Doo-doo-doo. My chores. My head collection. Alright. We needed a fishing rod. Doi. So, I need to grab 3 sticks. Oh, hey, a blizz. And now he's dead. Shit. Man, I'm so fast. And fishing rod. Fishing rod, and we'll pop down here and quickly grab ourselves some bone meal, or some sugar cane. And something to note with this, I'm actually going to, once this gets to a full barrel, swap to a different Pam's Harvest Craft thing, and I'm gonna build like a storage barn of sorts. Yeah. For that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have a storage barn full of all the Pam's Harvest Craft vegetables, so that I, have my selection, so to speak, of whatever I particularly want at a given time. Alright. So you take that, and take that. Alright, so then, what's that X mean? Oh wait, we need that burst of mana. Alright, so, let's get out our crazy wand here. Doot. And I'm doing all this episode, I don't care how long it is. Whoop. So that is connected to that. And these are connected to that. Okay, so let's give it its burst of mana. Whoop. Grab a little bit of fuel. I should probably set up that tree farm around here now that I know I can get it to work properly. Let me get 2 more. Whoop. Alright, so mana. She's getting mana, I think. Alright, we're getting there. The fuel from all 3. Also, this mana pool, getting nice and full. Alright, you're doing okay. Come on. I want to make this rune sometime this year. Well, while that's doing that, let's check the rune of summer, which is the other one we need. Summer, so we need a rune of earth, rune of air, some melon. Aw, man. Alright, we're gonna have to do that next episode. Ugh. Well, let's at least make this rune. And then I will make sure that I have all the stuff ready next time. Ugh. Three. Doot. Excellent. More mana. Yeah, feed. Feed. And then what do we need? How do we make this afterwards? So we need that. And then it's full, so we need a stone plus the wand. So like that, I guess. How does this work? Like that. And there we go. Runes of water. Alright. So those are going to be useful. for making this slime plant that we want, so that I can make basically a second mana generation at home, or at our other base, just to keep our room clean. It sounds so lame when I think about it out loud. But anyway, that will be all for now. I've got to get the stuff together for those other 2 runes so that we can make those other runes, and I'm going to think about some way of possibly automating these as well, because they're not growing at all. Like, it has been days I spent all the time that I was building this here. They have not grown, so I can only assume that you need to bone meal them. So I'm trying to think of some way that I can do that. I had a couple of ideas run through my mind overnight with autonomous activators, but I'll have to see what all works. And with the new cow system here, we get a lot of power here, so that is good. We won't have to worry too much about flying back and forth. Anyway, though, that will be it. Till next time, this will be Isaac Zephyr signing out, and I will see you all later, heroes.